What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. TGIM. How did Crohn's disease save my life? How Crohn's saved my life. That's the topic of this video today. So, man, I'm 28 years of age, and when I was 14, I got really sick. I traveled out to New Mexico. I was doing like this Boy Scout camping trip thing, and I got really sick to the point where I was vomiting and throwing up. I was throwing up, and I was having diarrhea, 10, 12 times a day. And yeah, basically, man, I came back and it got a little bit better, but then it just got worse again, and it was rough, man. I had to go to the hospital. I was in the hospital for I don't know, 2 weeks, something like that. I was in the hospital for a little bit, but um, man, it's an indescribable feeling when you're that young and you're already insecure to begin with, and then you get hit with something like that, and the doctors are telling you, hey, this is something you're gonna have for your whole life, and you're gonna have to take medication for the rest of your life, and yeah, it was a lot to bear at the time, to be honest with you. I was a freshman in high school. Anyway, so it really gave me this fire in my heart, this sort of desire to prove to myself that I wasn't like some sick invalid. Do you know what I mean? That I was strong, I wanted to prove to myself that I was strong. Because I didn't feel strong. I felt really weak at that time. When I was 14, yeah. Anyway, so I decided to, I was emaciated looking. I'd lost a ton of weight, so I wasn't playing football, So I joined the track team, joined the cross country team, and yeah, when you have Crohn's disease, you have really low levels of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is basically what carries oxygen in your blood to your working muscles when you're exercising. So at first I was not good at running. I was poor. Probably one of the worst on the team when I started. And then, with time and consistency, and again, I had just this burning desire to prove myself, really to myself more than anything. Good things started happening, and I started getting a lot better and better and better, and I became lost almost in track and field and in running, and went on to, be quite a good high school runner, despite some of the sickness, and the sickness, it's funny because when I was first diagnosed, I was living like any 14-year-old kid is living, so like, kind of like a scrub, to be honest. But yeah, just eating all types of different foods and candies and pop and all that jazz. So just junk food, eating a lot of junk food. I don't think I ate fruits and vegetables. I would have, some boiled vegetables or whatever, but as far as fresh fruits and vegetables, I wasn't really about it. So I fell into track and field, which was a big lifestyle change. I'd never exercised. I was never a good athlete growing up. I was always a sick kid. Always getting, asthma attacks and fevers, and had, chronic migraines, lose my vision, and just craziness. So running, provided a structure around which I sort of built this exercise routine. And that was really the first motivating factor for me to implement an aspect of healthy lifestyle. And then as I got better at the running, with continued practice, and I had a knack for it, once I got healthy, started eating a little bit healthier, making sure I was getting enough food, getting the right type of food. I'm not saying I was perfect. I definitely wasn't, because I never really appreciated just how important your diet is, just in life in general, even for healthy people. But yeah, I went on to get a scholarship to run at a Division I school. Um, did my 4 years there. And during this time, I was pretty healthy. I was living, on very, very, very minimal medication and minimal flares. Go years without flares, like no issues. And deep down, I always felt then, and still feel to this day, that Crohn's disease and colitis and these types of things that are, as far as the medical community is concerned, are incurable. That's a load of BS, man. That's a load of bullshit. That's like saying that obesity is incurable. I mean, there's going to be individuals who have a propensity or are predisposed to being on the heavier side. There are going to be individuals who have a predisposition to maybe, having high cholesterol and things of this nature, but they're really lifestyle diseases. They're lifestyle issues. And it was a big, so it's funny now when I look back, the Crohn's really motivated me to do, and pushed me into the running, and pushed me into the track and field and becoming an athlete. And it took me to a place that I never would have gone otherwise. And running, and this is a topic for, this is a video for another day, but running really was a huge, huge, important thing for me. Like now when I look back, it was a really powerful thing for me. I was, like I said, I was a sick kid growing up. I wasn't a confident kid. Wasn't really a confident teenager. I always felt I was just tall. I was really tall and just rail thin, so it's kind of it's like a dicey combination, when you're that age. But yeah, man, athletics really helped me too. So the Crohn's really pushed me into athletics, and then the athletics made me realize, wow, like I have a lot of control over my destiny. As far as being an athlete, you get out of it what you put into it, and I most definitely got out of that what I put into it. And the same is true for Crohn's disease and life in general. That's really the story of life in general. So this video is not necessarily just for people who have Crohn's or ulcerative colitis or some chronic medical condition or whatever. It's just about life, man, in general. I ended up pursuing a career as a physician because of Crohn's. And it's funny because having been sick myself, now when I'm out in the hospitals, it gives me a certain perspective, and it makes me kind of emotional at times, because I think about those times when I was sick, when I'm around some of these people. And if you've never been hospitalized and you've never been in that type of a situation, like, it's hard to really understand it, And I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Like, it's not easy going through it, but like anything in life, it's about how you move forward from it. How do you take it and move forward from it? At the end of the day, man, Crohn's disease saved my life because from a young age it taught me about perspective. Um, it gave me a certain perspective, I should say. It gave me a certain perspective that I carry with me to this day. And to be honest with you, it puts me on a different level. It puts you onto a different level. When you have something like that that's motivating to you, and for you, it could be anything. Whatever life experience that you have had that was difficult and made you say, man, why is this happening to me? I would pose the question to you, why not you? Who could bear it better than you? You've been given a gift. They say that the obstacle is the way. And for me, man, that couldn't be more true. The obstacle is the way. Every wound is a womb from which you grow the gift that you give to life and give to the people around you. So I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to God for all of this. And I hope that this can help somebody out there, maybe, if they're going through something similar. Understand that this moment is just this moment. And you can turn challenges in your life into something really special. A gift. The gift back to the Creator, whoever put you here. Whatever force you believe put you here onto this earth. You can transcend struggle and then return the favor to others. So that's about it, man. That's how Crohn's disease saved my life. Much respect. God bless. Peace.